The air hung heavy with the stench of death. It was September 12, 2015. Ghaziabad, a bustling city on the outskirts of Delhi, was about to become synonymous with a gruesome triple murder. The Maras, a seemingly ordinary family, were found brutally slain in their own home. Blood painted the walls a horrifying crimson. The silence was deafening, broken only by the echo of sirens as police cars descended upon the house. A young man, Aryan Mara, stood frozen at the threshold. His eyes, wide with horror, refused to believe the carnage before him. His father, Rakesh, lay lifeless in a pool of his own blood. His mother, Sunita, bore the marks of a struggle, her face contorted in eternal agony. And Priya, his wife, his beloved, was gone, snatched away by an unspeakable act of violence. The scene was chaotic. Neighbors gathered, their faces etched with a mixture of fear and morbid curiosity. Whispers of who could do such a thing filled the air, each word a hammer blow to Aryan's shattered soul. The life he knew, the future he had dared to dream of, lay in ruins at his feet. The metallic scent of blood filled his nostrils, a grim reminder of the nightmare unfolding before him. This was not a dream. This was his reality now. The weight of the tragedy pressed down on him, threatening to crush him under its immense weight. He wanted to scream, to rage, to collapse into oblivion, but all he could do was stand there, a solitary figure amidst the chaos, his world irrevocably broken. The initial shock gave way to a maelstrom of activity. Police officers swarmed the house, their faces grim, their movements efficient. Every corner, every surface was scrutinized, photographed, catalogued. The evidence spoke of a frenzied attack, of a rage that knew no bounds, but the motive remained elusive, shrouded in a veil of mystery. Whispers began to circulate, swirling through the crowd like autumn leaves caught in a sudden gust. The Maras, once admired for their close-knit family, were now dissected under the harsh glare of speculation. Tongues wagged, painting a picture of simmering tensions, of unspoken resentments. The idyllic facade of a happy family began to crumble, revealing the cracks beneath the surface. The police, their faces betraying nothing, absorbed every whisper, every rumor. They were searching for a thread, a strand of truth in the tangled web of speculation. The brutality of the murders pointed towards a personal vendetta, a crime of passion. But who could harbor such hatred towards the Maras, and why? The house itself seemed to hold its breath, its walls bearing silent witness to the horrors that had unfolded within. The air was thick with the weight of unanswered questions, of secrets yearning to be revealed. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the blood-stained floor, the investigators knew that time was of the essence. They had to catch the killer before the trail went cold, before another innocent life was lost. The investigation quickly zeroed in on the family. Interrogations began, each family member subjected to the harsh scrutiny of the investigators. Aryan, still reeling from the shock, could only offer fragmented memories, his words choked with grief. Relatives, friends and neighbors were questioned, their statements adding fragments to the puzzle, but the picture remained incomplete. Suspicion fell upon Asha, Aryan's sister. The relationship between Asha and Priya had always been strained, a simmering tension lurking beneath the surface of their interactions. Jealousy, the investigators knew, could be a powerful motivator. Had Asha's resentment towards Priya finally boiled over, leading to this horrific act? Asha, when confronted, vehemently denied any involvement in the murders. Her grief, she claimed, was being misconstrued as guilt, but her alibi was weak, her explanations riddled with inconsistencies. The police, their suspicions growing, dug deeper, determined to uncover the truth. Every word, every gesture was scrutinized, analyzed for any sign of deceit. The pressure mounted, the air thick with unspoken accusations. Asha, under the relentless questioning, began to crack, her composure slipping like sand through her fingers. The investigators watched, their eyes sharp, waiting for the moment her carefully constructed facade would crumble, revealing the truth hidden beneath. The Maras, once a pillar of strength and unity, were now fractured, their world shattered into a million pieces. Suspicions and accusations flew like daggers, piercing the fragile fabric of their family. Trust, once the bedrock of their relationships, crumbled under the weight of grief and suspicion. Aryan, grappling with his own grief, found himself torn between loyalty and the pursuit of justice. Could Asha, his own flesh and blood, be capable of such a heinous act? The thought was unbearable, yet he couldn't shake off the nagging doubts that gnawed at his soul. The investigation revealed a family harboring secrets, each member with their own hidden resentments and unspoken truths. Old wounds, long buried, resurfaced, poisoning the already toxic atmosphere. The Maras, once a symbol of unity, were now a house divided, each member isolated in their own private hell. The once bright colors of the photograph had faded. The smiling faces, now a painful reminder of what was lost. The frame, cracked and broken, mirrored the state of the family. The investigation, like a double-edged sword, had brought the truth to light, but at a devastating cost. The Maras, forever bound by blood, were now irrevocably torn apart by suspicion and the chilling possibility that the monster in their midst was one of their own. Ah, jealousy, the green-eyed monster. It's an emotion that has been around for as long as humans have existed. You know, it can creep up on anyone at any time, but why do we feel it? Well, it's often rooted in fear of loss, insecurity, or comparison. And let's be honest, it can be really tough to manage. Yet understanding it is the first step to overcoming it. So, let's delve a bit deeper into this complex emotion and see how it affects our relationships and ultimately our lives. As we delve deeper, the layers begin to peel away, revealing a reality that was hidden in plain sight. The truth, often obscured by deception, now stands bare and undeniable. What we once believed to be true is now questioned, and the real story starts to unfold. It's a moment of revelation where the fog lifts and clarity emerges. Envy, a powerful emotion, often comes at a steep cost. It can drive individuals to actions they never thought themselves capable of. The consequences of envy are far-reaching, affecting not just the envious but everyone around them. In the end, the price of envy is always higher than anticipated, leaving a trail of regret and remorse. Justice, when served, brings a sense of closure, but it also opens up a new chapter. The aftermath of justice can be complex, as those involved begin to process the outcomes. It's a time of reflection where the scales of justice have balanced, yet the emotional and societal impacts continue to ripple through the lives of everyone touched by the events. Even after justice is served, the scars remain. These scars, both visible and invisible, are a testament to the experiences endured. They shape the future, serving as reminders of the past. Healing is a journey, and while the wounds may close, the marks they leave behind are forever etched in the fabric of our lives.